In the new approach, as you know, the important thing is to understand what you're doing rather than to get the right answer.
Four, tres, two, uno.
Listen up, y'all, cause this is it. The numbers we're making are so vicious. Mathematicious, expeditious can be kinda scary. I hope my answers are radical or imaginary. I convert percents to fractions. It brings me some satisfaction, like scientific notation and order of operations. Mathematicious,
repetitious,
gets me expeditious. My answers make it vicious. My erasers left in stitches. I make wishes. I get the answer right, and I'll be staying up all night just to check what I write. Mathematicious. Mathematicious.
Find some fun news for me.
Mathematicious.
Or I'll use trigonometry.
I'm mathematicious. Decimal.
locus of the points, locus of the points, locus of the points. Points.
I'm up about figuring out greatest common factors, and when I make a pie chart, I'm in need of a protractor. The angle of elevation, thanks to my calculations, turns out to be 43, a prime number. I'm mathematicious. It makes me so ambitious. My answers are judicious. Calculator never glitches. It's my mission. I get the answer right, and I'll be staying up all night just to check what I write. Mathematicious.
What's the probability?
Mathematicious.
Of me not naming my teams?
Mathematicious.
When grabbing inequalities?
Mathematicious. Hold up. Check your work. Computing areas, quadratic formula, graphing parabolas. I think they're all so cool. It's my sole commitment that I ace the regions. Sine, cosine, and tangents are my favorite tools. I divide, multiply, add, subtract, round off, and simplify. I divide, multiply, add, subtract, round off, and simplify. It's a whole, rational, factorial substitute, solve for x is a whole, rational, factor, hit the pi key. 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 9, 2, 7, 5, 5, 8, 9, 7, 9, 2, 3, 8, 4, 6, 2. 6, 3, 3, 8, 2, 2, 7, 9, 5, 0, 2, 8, 4, 1, 9, 7, 1, 6, 9, 2, 9, 10, 7, 5, 0, 5, 2, 0, 9, 7, 4, 9, 4, 5, 9, 2, 3, 0, 7, 8, 1, 6, 4, 0, 6, 2, 8, 6, 0, 8, 9, 8, 6, 2, 8, 0, 3, 4, 8. Mathematicious. Gets me expeditious. My answers make it vicious. My erasers left in stitches. I make wishes. I get the answer right, and I'll be staying up all night just to check what I write.
Right.
4, 3.
You can't take 3 from 2. 2 is less than 3, so you look at the 4 in the tens place. Now that's really 4 tens, so you make it 3 tens, regroup, and you change a 10 to 10 ones, and you add them to the 2 and get 12, and you take away 3, that's 9. Is that clear? Now instead of 4 in the tens place, you've got 3 because you added 1, that is to say 10 to the 2, but you can't take 7 from 3, so you look in the hundreds place. From the 3 you then use 1 to make 10 ones, and you know why 4 plus minus 1 plus 10 is 14 minus 1, because addition is commutative, right? And so you got 13 tenths, and you take away 7, and that leaves 5. Well, 6 actually, but the idea is the important thing. Now go back to the hundreds place. You're left with 2, and you take away 1 from 2, and that leaves... Everybody get 1? Not bad for the first day. Hooray for new math, new math. It won't do you a bit of good to review math. It's so simple, so very simple, that only a child can do it. Now that actually is not the answer that I had in mind, because the book that I got this problem out of wants you to do it in base 8. But don't panic. Base 8 is just like base 10, really, if you're missing 2 fingers. Shall we have a go at it? Hang on. You can't take 3 from 2. 2 is less than 3, so you look at the 4 in the 8's place. Now that's really 4 8s, so you make it 3 8s, regroup, and you change an 8 to 8 ones, and you add to the 2, and you get 1 2 base 8, which is 10 base 10, and you take away 3, that's 7. Okay? Now in Instead of 4 in the 8's place, you've got 3 because you added 1, that is to say 8, to the 2. But you can't take 7 from 3, so you look at the 64s. 64. How did 64 get into it? I hear you cry. Well, 64 is 8 squared, don't you see? Well, you ask a silly question, you get a silly answer. From the 3, you then use 1 to make 8 ones. You add those 1s to the 3, and you get 1 3 base 8, or in other words, in base 10, you have 11, and you take away 7, and 7 from 11 is 4. Now go back to the 64s. You're left with 2, and you take away 1 from 2, and that leaves... Now, let's not always see the same hands. 1, that's right. Whoever got 1 can stay after the show and clean the erasers. Hooray for new math!